Hello and welcome to Bacon and Brainwork. Today's conversation, this is part 2 of the conversation about Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, and the implications on society and what we can do to solve the problem of death by police and police-community interaction. Race training, sensitization, exposure. We have law enforcement officers who just don't know anything about the individuals in which they meet every day and have the authority to pull a gun out and take their lives. That's bad. And some of them, their impressions of individuals in the African American community are based on terrible stereotypes, poor media depictions and images, and they wrongfully think that any African American that they come in contact with may take their lives. That needs to change. We need to change. We need to train and educate and expose all of our officers to the demographics in which they will be serving. I agree with all of that too. Look, you can, if it doesn't concern violence, if it doesn't involve more death, more injury, you could probably sign me up for almost any solution. I think we should get together, the organizations and individuals who are passionate and believe that one of those branches of solutions is the most important. Look, I say go for it. If you're particularly situated in a way that will allow you to really drive that, then drive it. We can work together. I will drive what I drive. This organization can drive what it drives. This official can do what they can do. Everybody should be bringing all their resources and their ideas and all hands on deck and focusing on what they do best and do it. And we should do it instead of drawing lines between, look, I'm of the ilk that says we should do this, and that's the only thing. Instead of saying that, and you over there, so look, we can't agree, we can't talk reasonably. I'm gonna attack you personally. I think you a clown. I think you are a radical. I think you this. Instead of talking about people personally, we need to focus on the approaches and figure out how to draw a circle where we can all come in here and work together. This issue is bigger than everybody, and this is an American issue. This isn't a black issue. Black people are experiencing it. But last I checked, black people, African Americans, we're Americans. If you are an American, white, black, brown, whatever you are, and you believe that this country it should be a safe place where people have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, if you believe in the Constitution, hell, if you believe in the right to bear arms, these last two cases should be particularly concerning to you. These things are violations and degradations of the American fabric. So, I say all that to say this. This is the perfect time for us to come together. And it's cliche, because almost every situation is an opportunity for us to come together. But this situation is showing that there is a problem that has been going on so long in this country. Now, this isn't a one-off incident. This isn't a terrorist attack. This isn't a situation where, it was an anomalous situation. This is something that people have been dealing with in disenfranchised communities forever. And folks are zeroed in on it. They're paying attention to it. So let's figure out how to make it work. Let's stop talking bad about folks who are protesting. Look, I'll be the first to tell you, I don't think protesting is the only way and it is the end all be all to fixing this problem, but I respect the fact that protesting is necessary, not until people are causing disruptions and gathering in numbers and bringing the media to the spot and having conversations. By those tactics, does anybody listen? So don't tell folks who are out in the street that marching doesn't matter, but also don't say it's the only thing, right? Look, all of it matters. We all need to pull it together. If we're going to be the America we say we are, if we're going to be the standard of the world, we need to get this problem under wraps. And we need to show folks that people who disagree vehemently, they come from different racial backgrounds, different socialization, their belief in the things that they were taught, that they can suspend those things and open their minds and welcome new information and new data and be willing to change based on the information that they're receiving. We need to show people that that's who America is. And that's one of the reasons why we are the greatest country on this planet. So my call to action in this Bacon and Brainwork episode is to first open your minds to the fact that what you think could be wrong or it could be incomplete. Just first do that. And it doesn't make you a terrible person. You might have been doing something wrong your entire life. It doesn't make you a terrible person. We'll give you that. But you have to suspend your current notions and conceptions and be open to taking in new data and changing. And then from there, be mindful and thoughtful that other people have a role to play and they have some validation in their perspective and thoughts on how we solve this problem, even if they diverge from what you think is the solution. And lastly, do something. I don't care do something. If it's just picking up the phone or going into the office of somebody who you know probably stands on the opposite side of this issue and being brave enough to say, man, I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to listen. Do it. Actually do something. If we don't do anything, this thing is going to die down. As wild as it is, as crazy as this is, and we're experiencing as mad as we are and as in tune as we are right now, it will die down until another tragedy happens if we don't do something now. Go do something now. Hey, despite all of this, and I know folks are traumatized and they're depressed and they're struggling to be excited about a lot of things that they should be excited about. I encourage viewers to have hope. Don't give in to despair. While it's a big, complex problem that's been going on a long time, if we pull together, we absolutely can solve this. There's joy to be had. Go out there, celebrate your family, celebrate your friends, celebrate your wins, your accomplishments. Don't be overly suspicious and too suspicious that you can't embrace the development of new relationships with people that are different from you. Go out there and live and be hopeful. We can fix this. Hey, thank you again for joining me in this week's episode of Bacon and Brainwork. I know it's been a tough couple of weeks, so I appreciate you spending this time with me. If you'd like to make sure you don't miss an episode of Bacon and Brainwork, subscribe to the YouTube page at YouTube.com/Bacon Brainwork. And if you have any questions or topics you really want me to discuss on the show, tweet me at Bacon and Brainwork. To get a look at what's going on behind the scenes of Bacon and Brainwork, just follow me on Instagram. Now you go out and be positive. I'm about to get into this comfort food. I had to get some waffles today because, it's a lot going on out here. Have a good one.